Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to do this video on Abhishek Bachchan. Okay, because I don't know why. I don't know why what it is. He's been on my mind lately, and it's the most random thing. Like, I need to talk about him real quick. Because, here's the reason why. Because I've been wanting to do this video about Bollywood and nepotism and like do like a versus between Hollywood nepotism and Bollywood nepotism. So it's like I'm really trying to do a creative way of making a video like that, and I still want to take my time with it. But obviously in Bollywood and in the Indian film industry, obviously there is a lot of nepotism. Star kids is what they like to call them. And obviously Abhishek Bachchan is one of those nepotistic kids within the industry. But here's the thing though. Even though, yes, Abhishek Bachchan is, nepotism and that sort of thing, personally for me, I do like him as a person. Like, Abhishek to me is one of those people that's very humble. Like, he comes across very humble, very appreciative of where he's at in life and the people that he has, his father, his mother, his family, that sort of thing, and his wife. So I've always liked him. And recently, right, I was on YouTube and I've been watching a lot. There's been these videos that I've been watching on YouTube where it talks about a Hindi actor's film career and which movies were hits and which movies were flops and which one was a blockbuster, which one was like a semi-hit, which one didn't do so well in the box office. So I've been watching like a bunch of those on YouTube. Like I think I watched Amitabh Bachchan, his box office list, his movie list, which one were flops and which ones were hits. I watched a bunch of like Shah Rukh Khan. I watched Salman, Ahmed. I was just going through like their box office history and seeing what movies were hits and what movies didn't do so well. Because you just want to know, because because obviously a lot of actors, they do have their downside days. They do have their days where a few of their films do not, it doesn't hit the mark. So, and obviously Amitabh Bachchan, who is, the father of Abhishek, even him, as much of a legend as Amitabh is, and he is a legend, Amitabh has also, if you guys can go back to, go on YouTube and search up Amitabh Bachchan's movie list and like the movies that were hits and flops. If you go back to it, y'all, Amitabh Bachchan also had a lot of flops too. He had a good amount of flops. I was legit surprised that he had that much flops especially during the early stages of his career, and then especially during like the 90s. When Amitabh was like, obviously he was more older and that sort of thing, but like the early stages of his career and then in the 90s, he was having a lot of flops. Amitabh was. He was definitely having a lot of flops. During his heyday, obviously during his prime, Amitabh was like ruling the box office. He was the angry young man. That was his title. But he definitely had a lot of hits as well. So while looking at Abhishek, because I hear a lot of times, I hear a lot about how Abhishek, he didn't live up to the standards as his father, that sort of thing. And don't get me wrong, I do feel like a lot of these star kids or nepotistic kids, I feel like all of them haven't lived up to their parents when it comes to the success of their parents. If you really want to go there, like that's how I feel about, John V. Kapoor, and that's how I feel about, Sonam Kapoor, and who else is one of these kids? What's her name? Ishal Deol, Hima Malini, and Daminder's daughter. Like, she's another one too that didn't live up to the standard of her parents. So for me, I felt like when people were saying that, I was like, okay, girl, like y'all just saying that just to say that. But then I went to go do my research. I went to go do my research, y'all. And y'all, I was looking up Abhishek Bachchan's like box office hits, his hit or miss hit and flop hits. And guys, And I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I feel so bad about even talking about this, because it's just like, but y'all, Abhishek Bachchan, this guy has flop. Like, at this point, it's not even a flop. It's like, at this point, it's been probably, what, two decades of just flops in the movie industry, in the Indian film industry. Like, it's that bad, y'all. Like, it's that, y'all need to go on YouTube, put up, look up Abhishek Bachchan, his, box office hits and flops. This guy has had so many flops. Like, it's like a trail. It's a trail. It's like you can read it through a scroll of how many flops Abhishek Bachchan has had. And I was like, my mouth literally dropped, because it's like, listen, don't get me wrong, every actor, actress has had bad movies, bad days, that sort of thing. But I don't think I ever seen it like this with Abhishek Bachchan. It's no shade. It's no shade. And I like Abhishek. I think that he's a nice person. But I don't know. I think that, and don't get me wrong. And this is where the nepotism plate comes in when it comes to Abhishek. The industry did push him. They gave him the roles. They gave him the marketing, the promotion. The industry really, really, really wanted Abhishek to be a huge star. He had the money behind him. So, because that's the thing. I don't want to say where it's like, oh my God, people didn't get behind him because of his dad and they don't want it to be. No, the industry got behind Abhishek. They really, really did. And I think that, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't think it's a situation where the scripts were bad. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know, because it's like, I feel like it's like just an Abhishek movie where it's him and an actress. It seems like those kind of movies always flop. Where it's just him alone, like him by himself. And it's very few hits that, unfortunately, that Abhishek has. The very few hits that Abhishek has gotten was through the Doom franchise. And I know it wasn't like a blockbuster hit, but I personally liked it. I think that it's a great movie, even though, the actors kind of, the characters in the films kind of pissed me off. But, Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, like, I love that movie. That movie was also a semi-hit as well. So it seems like Abhishek does well when he's in a group, like with a group of actors and actresses. That's when the film does well in the box office. But like when it's Abhishek by himself, like with just him and an actress and them having a romantic movie, it doesn't do well. It doesn't do well. And that's kind of saying something in a way. And I hate to say that, because it's like, the fact that Abhishek Bachchan in a way has had to, he's had to have other people carry him within the film in order for that film to be successful. Because even with Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, obviously you had Abhishek, but like, the film centered around Shah Rukh and Rani in their situation in the movie, and then you had Preeti Zinta, you had Amitabh Bachchan, so it's like you had a cast there. Even in Doom you had three guys: John Abraham, Abhishek, I forgot the other ones. I think Ajay, or I forgot his name. Aditya. No, is it Aditya Chopra? No, I don't think it's Aditya. I think that's the other brother. But yeah, you had those three, and then on top of that, you had the Doom 2, and that was a Strawberry Right hit trick. Da, 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 da. So it's like, again, big cast. Bibasha, big cast. So I think that, Abhishek has always had help. In that way. It's always like, let's grab him, let's put him in a big, like the Happy New Year. As much as I hate that goddamn movie, that movie was so stupid. I don't care what y'all say. Listen, y'all be hating on Jaya Bachchan, okay? And this, I'm kind of going on a tangent. But y'all be hating on Jaya Bachchan. But Jaya Bachchan was right about that Happy New Year movie. That Happy New Year movie was ass. And I'm so mad at y'all for getting at her like that during the time when she said that the movie was terrible. And y'all talk about, oh my God, she needs to be supporting her son and da-da-da. Listen, if her son is in a terrible movie, her son is in a terrible movie. It is what it is. And Shah Rukh Khan knows better. He knows better than to be doing some foolish movies like that. But anyway, going back to the topic at hand, you know, Abhishek has always needed a big, big stars around him so that it can, in a way, it can hover over his star depletion, right? And then we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. In a way, and this is what I mean about marketing when it comes to Abhishek Bachchan. This is what I mean. And don't get me wrong. I just want to get this out the way. Of course, Abhishek loves Aishwarya Rai. Aishwarya Rai loves Abhishek Bachchan. Of course, don't get me wrong. But we need to be honest. Aishwarya Rai is the bigger star in this marriage, and has always been the bigger star. Even when they were dating, she was the bigger star. Okay, she was the biggest star. She was the one that, that has hits on her. Don't get me wrong. Aishwarya Rai also has some flops. Like, just the same way as, as Amitabh Bachchan. Of course, all actors and actresses have flops in their, in their record. But Aishwarya Rai has also had great hits. And y'all know me. I talk about it all the time. I love Devdas. I love Jodha Akbar. I love, Hamdil, oh my God, y'all, I'm so sorry. My Hindi, anytime I try to say the titles, especially those long titles, it's so difficult for me. But obviously the movie with Salman and Ajay Devgan, Hamdil Chuke Sanam, they, that was a hit. Aishwarya Rai has had hits. She said, y'all need to stop sleeping on her. Of course, and obviously, Doom 2, Mohabbatin. Oh my God, I love that movie. Mohabbatin is my movie. Like Aishwarya Rai, I think Dil Mushkil, I think that movie was also a semi-hit. I'm not sure. I have to go look at that because I know it was, it was talked about a lot. But I do have to go see if that one was a hit. But she had that under her belt as well. Like, Aishwarya Rai, Aishwarya Rai was a big star. And then on top of that, you got to think about it with Aishwarya Rai. When she transitioned into, at the time, like back like early to mid 2000s, when she came to Hollywood, because, Time Magazine said that she was like the 9th most beautiful woman in the world. She was doing all that press. She was on Oprah. She was on Dave Letterman. So Aishwarya Rai was really, really, like, she transcended, if you really think about it, in ways that Abhishek Bachchan could dream of. Unfortunately, and I'm sorry, I have to say it like that because it is the truth, And I think that when Abhishek got with Aishwarya Rai, in the way he kind of got that Aishwarya Rai rub, kind of like, yeah, I'm with the most beautiful woman. I'm with the most beautiful woman in the world. I'm with the most talked about, movie star in the world. That sort of thing. So in a way, Aishwarya Rai kind of uplifted Abhishek in ways that, like, his star wasn't able to. And I know at the time people were saying that, they were the Brad and Angelina of Bollywood. And I'm like, girl, I was like, girl, bye. It's no shame. Yes, maybe Aishwarya Rai was the Angelina Jolie, but, I don't know what Abhishek Bachchan was. But he definitely wasn't no Brad, because Brad got hits. Brad got hits, honey. Abhishek, I don't know. But no, like, if you think about it, even Aishwarya Rai has had massive movie hits under her belt. Whereas Abhishek Bachchan, I think even the movies that Abhishek and Aishwarya Rai did together, they weren't even box office hits like that, if I'm not mistaken. That's the part. I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Abhishek. It's like, I don't know what's not clicking between him. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Family, of course. But yeah, I don't know what it is about Abhishek and why he hasn't been connecting with the audience for I don't know, for 2, 3 decades. How long has Abhishek Bachchan been in the industry? For since what, the early, late, I would say maybe early 2000s is when he came in. Yeah, because I think I started to know that he started to come around the early 2000s. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, like this, Abhishek has had the promotion. He's been in movies with Kareena Kapoor. He's been in movies with Hrithik Roshan. He's been in movies with Rani. Even the movie with Rani, I will give him his credit. The Buntu bubbly thing, that was a hit. That was, it was a semi-hit. It was cool. And even with that, it's no shade. He had to have Amitabh Bachchan in that movie too. He had to have Aishwarya Rai, Rani Mukherjee, so, like I said, big cast again. That's the thing with him, is big cast. Always big cast. Never. If you were to watch a Abhishek Bachchan movie one-on, it's like, it seems like the audience never connects. And I don't know, maybe it's a situation where people want Abhishek I think the industry did want Abhishek to be a big star like his father, and I think that his father really wanted that as well. I think that his father wanted Abhishek to surpass him, but it's never been that way. It's never been that way. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the audience also felt like they didn't want Abhishek Bachchan's son, who, obviously who got free ride into the industry. Maybe they didn't want him to surpass his father. At least, his father had to pay his dues, whereas Abhishek had, this movie actor hero role handed to him. So maybe that's really what it was. I don't know, but I do think that Abhishek feels, and this is just my opinion. I think that he just somewhat feel insecure that, his dad, his mom obviously were able to succeed, but now his wife has surpassed him. But in a way, I do feel this way. I do feel like in a way, Aishwarya Rai had to dumb herself down in order to match Abhishek, because Abhishek wasn't the big star in this marriage, in this relationship, in the way that Aishwarya Rai was. Aishwarya Rai was the star, and is still, technically speaking, is the star, but she has had to, I'm sorry, y'all, Aishwarya Rai has had to dumb herself down to really, really match Abhishek, because Abhishek Bachchan, to me, as his position in the movie, in the film industry, is, he's kind of giving me like C actor, C+ actor within the industry, whereas Aishwarya Rai was she was an A+ actor. Aishwarya Rai was. She was an A, she was A. She was that 90%, 98%, 95% actor, whereas Abhishek Bachchan, especially when we talk about movies and stuff, he was, 70, 75. So she, in a way, I do feel like Aishwarya Rai has had to dumb herself down to like an 80. And in a way, especially her in-law, Jaya Bachchan, there's no shade. Jaya Bachchan has also wanted Aishwarya Rai to dumb herself down too, because it's like, girl, I understand, yes, you're a big star and everything like that, but you're about to marry my son, so we got to figure something out here. And I do feel that way. But it is interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was in shock to see that list. Y'all just go see that list on YouTube where they talk about these Bollywood actors and actresses, their movie hit and flop list. When you look at Abhishek Bachchan, you're like, God damn, is there gonna be any hit here? Jesus Christ. Are there gonna be any hits? Can we get at least maybe 1 or 2? I think we did get 1 or 2. I will say that we did get 1 or 2, but it's, like I said, big cast. But it's like, you never saw a hit where it's like, it's just him and an actress together just in one film. It's always just, but it was like a scroll of just flops. And I'm just like, damn, Abhishek, like, maybe the industry isn't for you. I don't know. And, that's why, he is veering off to different things, different businesses. And also, if you guys, and I'm going to be shady here. If y'all notice now, especially in Bollywood, like they are, and of course, streaming is in, like, don't get me wrong, streaming is in, but especially in the Hindi film industry, like, they resorted to putting their films into streaming and streaming services and Netflix and that sort of thing, because they don't want nobody, they don't want the public to know the box office numbers and that sort of thing, so they can hide it from the public to make it seem as if like the movies were hits. And it's just like, listen, let the audience determine that stuff. And plus, we have the internet, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we can see people's comments and what they say. So it's like, that's not really helping our cause. And don't get me wrong, stream, of course, put it, you know, it's good to work on streams, but it's also good to, you know, have your movies out in the movie theaters and let the audience determine if the movie is a great movie to see. So that's just my thoughts on that. I do, don't get me wrong, I do like Abhishek Bachchan. I think he's humble. He's especially compared to like a Sonam Kapoor, and there's no shade. I like Sonam Kapoor, and I'm gonna talk about that whole, her and these other star kids in a different video. But I truly like Abhishek Bachchan. I think that he's so humble, and I think he loves his family. But I also do feel like he does know that he's not a hit. He's not a hit maker. And he's just accepted that he is a C- actor within the industry. It's just, it is what it is. So please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please please subscribe to my channel. Let's get up to 500 subscribers. And I will talk to y'all.